Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla News, episode 59. BMW get left in the dust by Tesla and NIO. And Tesla can't keep up with demand in their storage business. And Lordstown's pre-orders might just be hot air. And GM and Ford might be in trouble. And the Terra, Texas factory got some big balls. All this and much more to come in today's episode. Let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
We have talked about it a lot on this show, the flow of Tesla's sales here in Europe. But we got some charts here from EUEVs.com that reports on most registrations of the EV sales in Europe. It is from 11 European countries, representing over 80% of the EU BEVs. So a very good indication of what is going on in the EU EV market. And they have a chart that shows very well what we have been talking about many times before. Tesla sales are slow in the beginning of every quarter because they are lacking cars. But then a new shipment comes in and we will see the sales take off like a rocket. And since Norway has the biggest EV market right now, we can see that the chart from Norway is pretty much identical with the overall. So we can see that Tesla is in the bottom in the beginning and ends up on top. So no, Tesla's sales in Norway have not collapsed, Gordon Johnson. Not this quarter or any other quarter you have said for the last couple of years. So right now Tesla is on top, and if we zoom out a bit and look over the last 4 years, we can also see that Tesla is doing very well in Europe and leading the pack. So that does make me very excited for the future potential for Tesla in Europe, because unlike every other OEM on this list, Tesla does not have a factory in Europe, but that will change in only about 4 months. So will that change this chart? Maybe instead of a slow start in every quarter, Tesla will just continue their upwards trend throughout the quarter. If so, the last half year of this year in Europe will be very exciting. Another one that is doing great in Europe is Volkswagen. That has just held their Power Day. I did make a whole video about the Volkswagen's Power Day, so if you want more detail about that, go check that one out. But Volkswagen's big push for battery production will only be for about 240 gigawatt hours in 2030. And their first battery factory will not be ready before 2023. So about 10% of what Tesla is aiming for in 2030. So yeah, Volkswagen will be very battery constrained for many years to come. And even though Reuters did try to make it sound like Volkswagen would make 1 million electric cars in 2021, but luckily others did also report on the matter that actually did say it was electric and hybrids. But of course, Gordon Johnson jumped on it straight away and said Volkswagen would beat Tesla in 2021 because Volkswagen will deliver 1 million electric cars and Tesla has only said 50% growth, and that would only be about 750,000 cars. But I guess Gordon Johnson didn't even understand that the 1 million EVs was including hybrids, so at the most they are making 500,000 BEVs. And if he knew anything about Tesla, he would know their production capacity is much higher than the 750,000 cars. They are just sandbagging the numbers, but no, Gordon Johnson, Volkswagen will not make 1 million BEVs in 2021. Tesla will make at least 750,000 BEVs. So no, Volkswagen will not beat Tesla in 2021. Sorry, Gordon. But as the Financial Times wrote, Volkswagen expects only about half of that to be fully electric. So that would be about 400,000 electric vehicles if that is true, and that would be very impressive if they can pull that off. I am still gonna stick with my prediction of 400,000 BEVs from Volkswagen though. I still don't think they have the batteries for 500,000 BEVs yet, especially when they still plan to waste batteries on the stupid hybrid car. But they are probably doing that to be able to put more CO2 friendly cars on the road in 2021, because last year they did get a big fine here in Europe that will probably end upwards to 200 million euros. mostly caused by the delay of the ID3, so that was a very expensive software problem. But they did learn a lot, as Herbert Diess had said, and expect with a whole year of ID3 sales and the ID4 out that they expect to be their big selling model this year, they will reach their target. So I'm crossing my fingers that they have learned from their mistakes with the ID3. And if you want to see what I think of the ID4, I have just been out test driving it and have given my review in my latest video, so you should definitely go check that one out. But I still think that the Model 3 will outsell both the ID3 and the ID4 combined in Q1 in Europe. But we will see very soon. And we finally hear some good news about the Texas law that prohibits Tesla to sell their cars directly to customers. Texas House Bill 4379 should have been called 4680. Proposed that automakers manufacturing cars powered by electricity or batteries should be allowed to act as dealers under Texas state regulations. The bill would enable all electric car manufacturers like Tesla to sell their vehicles directly to customers. That is great news, and I can only imagine that this will go through with all the business that Tesla and SpaceX is bringing to the state. And let's take a look at the Giga factories. Because even though Tesla is producing cars like crazy in China right now, they are not done construction the Gigafactory 3. Thanks to Wuwa, we get a lot of great drone videos from Gigafactory 3, where we can see construction is going on all over the place, and the building in the northern area is already getting walls up. And the stamping area, phase 3, is coming along beautifully, and we can just see construction going on all over the place that I don't know what is for. Yeah, Tesla is not done in Shanghai, they are still gearing up. And let's check out the Terra, Texas factory that showed off some big balls. Yeah, they are testing the new bridge crane in the casting machine structure by lifting this big bag filled with water. And let's do the little fly over here with Jeff Robert, but also remember to go check out Joe Tagmeyer's video, where he goes in depth with what is going on at the factory, which is always very interesting. And we can see that the walls on the stamping areas is coming along, and more of the factory is coming up every single day. Just so impressive the construction speed they have at Terra, Texas. And the Giga Berlin is getting their outer shell on right now. They are getting really close. We can even see at the drive unit factory the office furniture is already in place, and the factory is getting really close to completion. And we did hear that Tesla still believes that they are on target to start production in July. And we had a race going on this week between Tesla, NIO and BMW. Car Club in China did make a little race between NIO's ES6 and Tesla's Model Y and the BMW iX3. And the NIO ES6 held up great against Tesla. The ES6 does have a little quicker 0 to 60 time, but around the racetrack the Model Y beat them all. The most scary thing was that the BMW lost in every single test they did. That being acceleration, braking test, safety maneuvers. BMW was dead last in every single test. So yeah, I think this was a great showcase of that what the old OEMs should be great at. They are being beaten. Not just by Tesla, but by all the new startups like NIO. The big SUV handled better around the racetrack than the BMW. Did better braking test, better safety maneuvers, and it's faster. I guess the grille did not help the BMW to become a better car. And I would take this as a big warning for the old OEMs. They have to do better if they shall not be overtaken by all the new startups that are coming along, that don't have a big heavy bag filled with ICE cars they need to drag along, and can just focus on making great EVs and don't have to worry about ICE cars, and is making better performing cars than even the old mighty BMW. And Tesla's Model Y is also really getting momentum in China. If we exclude the little shoebox of a car that costs $5,000 and only focus on real cars, the Model 3 and the Model Y is taken number 1 and second place in February in China. So it was not just in the race the BMW iX3 took last place, as we can see here. And it did actually start production in China in September 2020, and the Model Y only started production in January this year. Ouch, double slap. And I do understand why the sales numbers look like this. The Tesla Model Y is actually the cheapest of these 3 cars: the Neo ES6, the BMW iX3 and the Model Y. And the BMW was dead last in every test and has the most expensive starting price. So yeah, Tesla is leading the EV sales in China, the world's biggest car market, even though Gordon Johnson has said they were doomed in China. Well, I guess it will happen the same time the Tesla killer comes. And another part of Tesla's business that is doing so well, they can't keep up with demand. We know the demand for the Tesla Powerwall has been through the roof. And Tesla has been raising the price of the Powerwall, but Tesla still don't seem to be able to keep up with the demand. So that is of course a nice problem to have, but with events like the Powerwall outage in Texas, that has brought even more attention on Tesla's Powerwall, increasing the demand even more. And Tesla also see a rising in the demand for their virtual power plant, which also uses the Powerwall. Since a project in Hawaii will also be making a Tesla virtual power plant consisting of 6,000 homes that all need Powerwalls. And Tesla's solar roof are also taking off, and everyone ordering a solar roof from Tesla will likely also order a Powerwall. So the demand is off the charts for Tesla's Powerwall, and therefore Tesla has stopped selling it to customers without solar panels. So if you want a Powerwall as a private person now, you also have to buy Tesla's solar roof or solar panels. Hopefully this will make Tesla able to better keep up with the crazy demand, and hopefully soon get their own battery production up and running on a much larger scale, because it is not only the Powerwall business that is taking off, so does the mega packs. And every month it seems like a new big battery plant is being built and using Tesla's mega packs. And one of these is the company Sunshining, that belongs to the Spanish-Portuguese solar developer Prosolia, that plans to use Tesla's battery to support its proposed 1 gigawatt solar system. Wow, that is a big system. To put it in perspective, Tesla's big battery that is powering the island of Kauai in Hawaii is a 13 megawatt solar farm. And those guys want to build 1,000 megawatt solar farm. That is a big battery they are looking for. The 13 megawatt solar farm has a 52 megawatt hours of battery storage. So if this project will be fully approved, it could very well need more battery capacity than Tesla installed in all of 2020, which was Tesla's best year so far, with over 3 gigawatt hours installed, up 83% from 2019. And it was revealed that Tesla was behind the secretive energy storage project in Texas. I reported on in last week's news show. Rohan Ma, Tesla's leader of Autobidder and other energy optimizing products, commented on the project and revealed that Autobidder now have over 1.2 gigawatt hours of assets under management. So yeah, Tesla's energy and storage business is really taking off like a rocket here in 2021. And Lordstown Motors, that's supposed to start production of their endurance pickup truck this year, has got some big setbacks. Hindenburg's report, which also made some big allegations against Nikola, has now also made some allegations against Lordstown Motors. Hindenburg dived into some of the so-called pre-orders to demonstrate that most of them are not binding, and in most cases they even talk to the companies who placed those orders, and they admit that they have no plans to go through with the orders, but was paid $30 per pre-orders they would make. So that sets a big question mark for the 100,000 pre-orders they had been bragging about. Probably very artificially pumped up to lure in more investors. And the stock market did respond by going down after these allegations. And if this was not bad enough, one of the Lordstown's electric pickup trucks prototypes caught fire and burned to the ground. Lordstown did say it was a human error putting the car together and claims that the process has now been automated, which should fix the issue. But this must all be a very big setback for Lordstown, which is scheduled to start production of their endurance pickup truck in only 6 months. And they don't have much real-world driving mileage on the new truck either, only 25,000 miles, and one of them has already burned down to the ground. So I'm getting really skeptic about this company, and definitely skeptic if they can actually deliver this car this year. And the US President Biden got some bold plans for making the US go electric. He said that the ultimate goal is to have every car manufactured in America be electric by 2030 and every car on the road be clean by 2040. Now that would be a very big push, and that would definitely put some pressure on Ford and GM to have every car they make in 2030 being electric. That is definitely much faster than those two companies have a plan for. And SpaceX also did a new record with their last landing of their Falcon 9 rocket. They did send another Starlink mission last Sunday. That was also the third Starlink mission in 10 days, and that one also landed safely back on the drone ship, and that was the 9th time this booster landed, and the first time a booster has been reused 9 times, and SpaceX is still the only one that can do this. That only makes this even more impressive. Yes, the competition is apparently not coming for SpaceX as it is for Tesla, and SpaceX Starlink beta users have reported higher speed internet at 400 megabits per second, so that was quite the boost from 150 megabits per second and much sooner than I expected. And Elon did confirm that Q3 of 2021 is still the target for the first orbital Starship flight. This is going to be some sight to see this giant rocket go to orbit. Can't wait to see that. And Elon did also tweet a picture of the super heavy booster. Look at that tiny man on the crane there. And Elon did say Booster 1 is a production pathfinder, figuring out how to build and how to transport a 70-meter tall stage. Booster 2 will fly. Wow, and then stack a 50-meter high Starship on top of that 70-meter monster? It is like a 40-story building taking off. Man, are we in for some treats from SpaceX in the coming years. And let's squeeze in the last short news topics in this news show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla Shorts. And Elon tells the SEC, which he's not a big fan of, that he has a new title, not just CEO, now also Techno King. And Tesla's CFO also have a new title, Master of Coins. Elon just loves to troll the SEC. And we saw the Amazon Rivian van being tested in San Francisco. That is very cool because they do expect the Rivian van to hit the roads this year and have 10,000 on the road by 2022. Electric Last Mile Solution, ELMS, is a commercial EV startup based in Detroit. Its focus on the last mile deliveries centers around its flagship EV, the Urban Delivery. In a press release, ELMS announced it has received over 45,000 non-binding pre-orders for its Urban Delivery EV. Furthermore, it plans to begin production later this year. Hopefully more serious pre-orders than Lordstown. And Mo Shirai showed these pictures on Twitter, the mega packs at night. That looks very cool with Tesla logo lighting up in the dark. He did also share this video of SpaceX employees reacting to the landing of the SN10. When have you last been this excited about your job? And if you're a Tesla owner, you will soon be able to get a tour at the Giga factory in Shanghai. China VP Grace Tao confirmed when asked about it, "We'll have it being planned now." So that settles it. I'm going to Shanghai as soon as the worlds open up again. The UK delivered a blow to Tesla as it decided to change its EV incentive program to now exclude the Model 3, which was the best-selling electric car in the country. And we do see the new refreshed Model S and X leaving the Fremont factory, thanks to a tweet from Mark, so we should see the first deliveries very soon. And we did see the 8,000-ton casting machine Idra is making for Tesla in a new video, the world's first, and it will be casting the Cybertruck's underbody this year. Awesome. And before we end off with a bit of fun, I just want to make a quick shout out to my newest patrons and members of this channel. Colin Jones, Jeffrey Songster, Michael East, Mark Denman, Tarek James, Liz Langmanson. And I thank you for watching, members. Joe Kim, Terry Cullen, Gary Tano, David Trubish, and my new Be Nice and You Are member, Patrick Gadia. Thank you so much for your support. I am doing this all by myself, but you guys are all the producers of this show. Thank you. And let's end off with a bit of fun. So if anyone asks why is Tesla valued so high, well, for the same reason Amazon was valued so much higher than Sears, or Netflix was valued so much higher compared to Blockbuster, and so on. Investors are looking to the future and what has potential growth value, not looking in the history books at big stagnated companies. And nothing shows this much better than this clip from 22 years ago from 60 Minutes interview, where the host has a hard time not laughing at the idea that Amazon could be worth more than Sears. Well, you know what they say, the one who laughs last. So let's get a little laugh.
I think my generation grew up with Sears.
And Amazon is worth 20% more than Sears is worth in market capitalization.
How do you view that phenomenon that Amazon today is worth more than Sears?
Investors are focused on the future. Amazon has growth potential that Sears doesn't.
A couple of geeks who sketched out some software could destroy Sears Roebuck.
That's the beauty of technology and the microprocessor. We've never seen anything like it.
When will people understand innovative companies? Well, that is all we have time for in this new show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps this video out a lot. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. If you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of the show and get your shout out here on this channel. You can also become a member of Best in Tesla YouTube channel and get shout outs and some extra perks. Hit the members button to find out more. But going forward, I will make more videos available for Patreons and members only, so don't miss out. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I tweet all the news and more in there as it comes out. And check out the merch store to support this show and get some merchandise. And now it's also possible to support this show without buying anything, becoming a member or a Patreon. There is a link to a donation option in the show notes. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.